welcome back to our Cheap channel, the channel dedicated to all things cheap in the world of fragrances. And today's video is going to be another single fragrance review, and it's of one that I have been absolutely in love with. I bought it a little while back because it's been very hyped in the fragrance community, especially by some of my more favorite YouTube reviewers. And I decided to buy it, try it out, and I've been loving it this whole time. I was gonna wait to talk about it in a later video, but I just can't wait. I really want to go ahead and just start talking about it and getting it introduced. And I'm sure a lot of you have already known about this, and if not, you're in for a big treat. It is this one here. It is Lattafa Bade'e Al Oud, Honor and Glory. So let's start off by talking about how beautiful this bottle looks with the gold and the white. It has a very similar style, if you haven't noticed, to Initio's style fragrances, not just the shape of the bottle, but also the design on the plate on the front. But it's a very hefty bottle, has a kind of rubberized matte feel to it. It definitely has a good quality, has the Lattafa logo on the top in gold, and then the name of the fragrance and the description on the bottom of it. Very, very nice. Lattafa did not skimp out on the design of the bottle, and definitely didn't skip out for the design of the fragrance on the inside. So Lattafa's Bade'e Al Oud line originally started cloning Initio's fragrances, which is why they look like this. I think the first one was cloning Oud for Greatness, and then the one, the purple bottle, was cloning Side Effect. But there was also a red one, and there was this one. The red one was cloning a Kayali fragrance, I think some kind of fruity one, but way off. And then this one, actually, I don't think is cloning anything. It's more of an original fragrance, which is very different from what Lattafa usually does. They're mostly a clone house, but when they do have original stuff, it usually hits pretty good. And that is the same for this one here. So I'm sure that a lot of you already know what this one is like, but for those of you who don't, let me tell you about what you're gonna get out of this one. So this is a very fruity, sweet, powdery, spicy, vanillic fragrance. It has a wonderful balance of freshness and lightness and fruitiness, along with some nice sweetness and some dense, but yet a little bit powdery, like I said, but transparent. It is not too heavy and not too light. It is very, very well balanced. Let me go through the note breakdown so you know kind of what you're getting out of it. And the top notes, you have pineapple and creme brulee. Those middle notes, you have cinnamon, turmeric, benzoin, and black pepper. Base notes you have are vanilla, sandalwood, cashmere, and moss. So you do get a little bit of woodiness as it starts drying down with that sandalwood, and that helps to add a little bit of a creamy nature to it. You don't really get a whole lot of moss out of this, so don't worry about it being too earthy or too green. The main things you're going to get out of this are those spices. The cinnamon is very noticeable. You do get that turmeric a little bit, and you get some black pepper, adding just a little bit more of that spice. You are going to get that pineapple on the front, which is giving you a lot of fresh fruitiness, but don't worry, it's not going to remind you of a Ventus in any way. It doesn't have any of those nuances to it. And you do get into some nice caramel notes, caramelized with that creme brulee note. It adds another depth of sweetness to it, especially on that top and forefront, but it's not too sweet. Of course, you will get that vanilla. That is very noticeable as well. You will get that cashmere, adding a nice softness to it. Now, everything about this makes it sound like it is a gourmand, that it's gonna be overly sweet, but it's not. This is perfectly balanced, like I said, with that freshness, that pineapple fruitiness, and then with that sweetness underlying everything. You do get some musky facets to it as well, making it very clean and uplifting. It definitely gives it that projection. And to go ahead and get into the performance with this is very well average, if not a little above 8, maybe 9 hours, depending on how you wear it and how you're going through the day and what you're doing, if it burns off as fast or not. But even so, on your clothes, it will definitely stay up, maybe even that 10-hour mark. And with projection, depending on how much you spray on, it is a medium to loud projector for that first hour and a half to 2 hours, and then after that it gets to a medium, almost subtle projector. It definitely still carries with you, and people who are gonna be in close contact is definitely gonna smell it. The sillage is wonderful with this. It's gonna be intoxicating to anyone smelling it. This is a wonderful all year round fragrance. You can wear this any time of the year, any time of the day, for almost any occasion, I'd say apart from office wear. Perfect for date nights, perfect for out on the town at night, going out, hanging out with friends. perfect for the beach, really, for vacations and outings like that. It has a very lively, just adventurous feel to it that you're gonna have fun. It is exciting, but it's also very sensual as well. It has an alluring facet to it with that sweetness. If you're wearing it on a date, your date is going to love it. I also think this is perfectly unisex, right down the middle. It may have a little bit of a masculine lean to it, but really, guys or gals, anyone could wear it for, again, any time of the year. It is a wonderful signature, but you may have this for more special occasions. I can definitely see that as well. If you can think of a gourmand made signature, this is definitely it. The quality in this is far, far above the price range that this is at. And speaking of that price, this is actually very affordable, especially for what you're getting, but it will fluctuate and go all over the place depending on where you're looking, because this is a very highly sought after fragrance. So it will be short stock and maybe out of stock on some places. And if it's short stocked, they may have the price up more until they get more in. I know Fragrance Buy tends to do that, but I have been able to find this on Amazon, which is where I got this from, for like $33, $35, which is so worth it. Way, again, a quality way above that price range. So if you can find this for that mid to low $30 range, definitely pick it up. I wouldn't spend any more than $40 on this, honestly, unless you really have to have it. And if you find it anywhere less than $30, you better pick it up immediately, because you might not find it again or at that price range. So, but I definitely say this is totally worth searching for. If you find it on a site that is out of stock, keep checking it until it gets into stock, especially if it's for a good price. And really how I found out about this was from two of my favorite YouTube reviewers, which is Omar from School of Scents and Ross from TLTG Reviews. I first saw Ross talk about it when he described this as a pineapple upside down cake, which immediately got my attention and I wanted it from that moment. So a perfect descriptor of this dessert pineapple upside down cake, but again, not too gourmand where you can't wear it any other time, but the colder seasons. And then right after, Omar from School of Scents got this, and I know he's a very critical reviewer, especially when it comes to cheap fragrances. So when he said he got this and he rates it a 10 out of 10, I immediately took his word for it and said no more and went to find it for myself. And I gotta agree, this is an absolute 10 out of 10 above all of my collection that I have. There's a lot of good cheapies that I got, even some designers I put this over, and I really love this. One of my top 5 fragrances out of my whole collection, and I don't know what I would do if I lost a bottle. I would immediately rebuy it because I love this stuff so much. I wore this with me when I went down to the beach in the summertime. I'm gonna wear it when I go on vacation in the fall time, and I'm gonna wear it again sometime in the winter and sometime in the spring. If you have not gotten your nose on this, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. Definitely find a way to get this. If you can decant it, find a way to get a decant of it. Or if not, just blind buy it like I did. I don't think you'll be disappointed in the least, especially if you've already watched this video, you've heard how I've described it, and you like that. You're gonna more than like it and not love it when you get this in. And that's it, guys, my review and recommendation of Lattafa's Bade'e Al Oud Honor and Glory, the hype beast cheapie in the fragrance community. Now, if you don't like sweet stuff, you're not gonna like this, but if you have already watched this, you've heard it, you love sweet stuff, you're going to love this. Again, fresh, bright, juicy pineapple, fruity, with some nice clean sweetness, powdery, a lot of spice, and some muskiness, and a little bit of woodiness in the background as it dries, and a nice caramelized note. All of that just sounds absolutely wonderful. And like I said, you think it's gonna be too heavy and too dense, and maybe if you spray too much on it will be, but it's really not. It is light enough where you can wear it all year round. Perfect signature for any time of the year. I recommend this to everyone, not just if you're collecting cheapies, but if you're collecting fragrances in general, to get this. And if you are collecting cheapies, this is gonna be a staple in your collection. I know it is in mine. If I was going out the door, but I need something to spray on real quick that I knew was gonna be attractive, compliment getting, and doing everything I need it to do, it would be this one. Not that this one is a blue fragrance, it's nowhere near that kind of DNA, but if I want something that I know everyone's going to enjoy and immediately favorite, it would be this one here without a doubt. And I hope that you all enjoyed this video as well. Let me know what you think about these quick little single fragrance reviews. If you like them, I'll try to do more of them in the future. Just little one-hit wonders like this, or things that I think stand out that I really want to talk about. I'll talk about them, and most of the time it won't be things that I don't like. It'll be things that I want to try to get you to buy and see what you think about it, because I enjoy it as well. And if you have this fragrance, or you've had it, or you want to get it, let me know what you think down in the comments below. If there's anything that's like this, or any other very sweet, almost gourmand styles that you think work all year round, I'd love to hear about that. Let me know in the comments below. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, but you are watching this and you like what you see, please consider subscribing and help support the channel. There's a lot of things that I have planned all the way through to the end of the year. I'd love to have you along with me, and hopefully I can help you discover something new as well. And as usual, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, thank you for being here along with me. I will see all of you again in the next video. Be blessed.